But let's focus, first of all, on the big one. I mean, this doesn't get much bigger than this, I think, for us, for everyone watching. USA against England at the World Cup. Nick Mendola, where will this game be won and lost? This is huge. England go into it after hammering around 6-2. USA, good in the first half, not great in the second, drew against Wales. Really kind of think the US needs to get a point in this game to go into that last game against Iran with hope of getting to the last 16. So where will this game really be won and lost for you between the US and England?
Can England's center backs not make the mistake that allows a substandard US attack to get a prime chance to score? I watched these games and I couldn't help but think. I know we talked about how Spain, and there are teams out there like Spain that don't need a center forward to get the job done. But all you need to do is watch that Belgium game. The batsman got one chance and he made it happen. Tim Weah as a center, he made it happen. Can England, because I think England's going to get plenty of chances to score. We know Matt Turner can make saves. We know the U.S. will put their bodies on the line. Can the U.S. find a goal? Because they will get a chance. Maybe they'll get a few chances. Can they finish? And honestly, if they can't, it's probably going to be the reason that they miss out on going to the knockout rounds, even when it comes to Iran. So will they get a chance? Yes. Can they take it? I just don't know.
It's all about getting their quality players in the right positions, right? I mean, Pulisic and Weah, we saw that link up. They have that star quality. They can deliver that. And it's going to be interesting to see who Greg Berhalter rolls out there, right, Andy? I mean, is it about stopping England, or is it about being brave, going for it, and having players who are probably more comfortable on the ball and are going to realize we might not have the ball as much in this game. So whenever we have it, we need to keep it, protect it, and like Nick said, build the odd attack. But I mean, what's the best route of attack for the US? Is it defense or actually going for it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the best route, because it is a team that, one, lacks obviously a center forward, and two, we don't exactly know what the offensive patterns of play are that they're going to focus on against England, because we've not seen them at a massive talent deficiency yet in this tournament, or under Greg Berhalter, really, for that matter, in a game that matters. And so we don't have anything to lean back on and say, well, this is what Greg is going to do. And so I'm kind of looking at a couple of spots. One, for the U.S., key is going to be the fullbacks. Let's just be honest. How badly are they going to get cooked out wide? The space in behind was there against Wales. Wales threatened a little bit with it, but, Bukayo Saka is not Daniel James. With respect to Daniel James, Raheem Sterling, Jaden, there's so much quality in those wide areas. Marcus Rashford as well, if he's not playing through the center, if he's kind of playing off of one of the wings, cutting inside. It is the problematic position, especially with depth for the U.S. They don't have great depth there, and they don't have width in the attack if they don't have the fullbacks getting forward. And so that leads it to the other point is, where are the chances, and not just the chances, but where is the sustained possession going to come from? I kind of feel like Greg is going to do something a little interesting in midfield, whether it's Luca De La Torre alongside Tyler Adams, just to be able to keep the ball and take the pressure off the back line from time to time, or if it's Brendan Aronson, because we saw that in the first game coming off the bench. If you want someone that can drive forward and really bring nonstop energy on both sides of the ball, I think that's going to be important, obviously, in the midfield battle.
Nick, who should start for the US? Because I put up my predicted lineup on Pro Soccer Talk and NBCSports.com. I had Reina coming in as a number 10. I had Musa dropping out, and McKennie and Adams in midfield. And then I had Haji Wright coming in up top, just to give him a bit of a focal point to try and get out, hold the ball up, and then feed off Reina, Pulisic, and Weah. And then the only other issue I kind of had was what Andy mentioned, the fullbacks there. Dest, can he be trusted to defend? And how bad is his injury? Can him, McKennie, can those guys go a few days after a very taxing game against Wales and then play against England? Or do you roll in someone like Shaq Moore or Luca De La Torre for Dest and McKennie respectively? There's a lot of options there for Greg Berhalter and how he can play this.
I would be they didn't do this. And that's one of the reasons I wonder if they've been saving it at some point, whether it's a 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2, it kind of takes, I would play for the draw. I would play to hit them on the counter. I wouldn't play to draw 0-0. I would play to get chances. And I fear Dest in a flat back four on outside wide. I don't fear Robinson, but I think he's better when he's got someone behind him. And did we not, when they were still playing four at Berhalter, see Tim Ream playing a left back in a flat back four? I mean, it wasn't quite a flat back four. I think you could see three at the back, pick your most athletic guy, let him play as maybe a glorified sweeper in a sense, and then just let the bees buzz. Let Robinson go forward, Des go forward, Aronson, Reyna, McKennie if he's healthy. And I feel like I still need to, as long as he's healthy, still see Tim Way out there, because he reminded us of what we had been missing every game he hasn't played.
And tell me if we're wrong here, Joe, but speed in behind and in between the center backs and forcing them to communicate is going to give them some problems, especially if Harry Maguire is in the lineup.
Yeah, I think so. That's where Iran got some joy, and just generally where England have looked really slack, and that's why they usually play three at the back. But they've gone to a flat back four, at least against Iran. So it'll be interesting to see what they do this time. Whether Kyle Walker is fit enough to come in, I don't think so. Some other fitness notes from England. Harry Kane's had a scan on his ankle. He's back in training. It looks like he's going to be okay. So it looks like they've kind of overcome that bit of an injury scare to their star man and captain. And Kieran Trippier and Raheem Sterling, a few knocks with those two. Let's see if they're rested. But you know what? They got some decent options in Phil Foden or Jack Grealish to come in for Sterling. And then just Trent Alexander-Arnold maybe to come in for Trippier as well. So, yeah, England is stacked. And I think it's all about how much respect the US pays to them, or if they just say, screw it, let's just go out and try and win this game, or at least try and take it to England at that high press that worked so well in the first 45 minutes against Wales. I think they could do that to England a little bit. I don't think they'll be able to do it the whole game, but you're right, Andy. They are susceptible if you go direct and play those little balls in between the fullbacks and centre backs. That is the one real weakness, I think, for this England side. Anything else that you guys want to highlight ahead of this game? I mean, we know it's a big one we've been talking about for months and since the draw. And personally, as someone who is married to an American, half my family are American, most of my friends and good friends like yourselves are American. I feel very conflicted about what I want to see happen here. Growing up in England, obviously I want England to win, but this is a tough one for me. And I feel like a lot of people in Premier League, USMNT fandom are kind of feeling the same, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I would. This is not just because I want the US to do well. I would rest Harry Kane. I would start another guy at forward just to make sure that ankle is fine. And I think you can get by and still win by a couple of goals without Harry Kane. He has been playing every 3 or 4 days for about 3 months. And when I saw that the scans came back, I thought, thanks, Andy. No, the Spurs, Antonio Conte doesn't care about the World Cup. I really think that you may see a England team that tries to get by, giving other guys a chance, because as you've told us, Joe, this is what triggered this thought for me. You've told us that they're not going to overlook Wales, even if they win, just because of regional rivalry and how hard that test could be. So might we see a much changed England?
Maybe. He did it against Scotland in the second game in the Euros group stage, changed it all around. It didn't quite work out that time, so maybe he won't do it this time. I don't know. It's kind of like, why would you take such a stacked squad? And you think about it, it's for this moment, right? A few days rest, you kind of rotate it around. And you're right, Nick. I would argue that apart from Harry Kane, most of the rest of the team, there isn't a drop-off if you rotate people in, but I think there is quite a big drop-off with how important Harry Kane is to knitting this all together. He didn't score, but against Iran, his assists and just the way he moves just opens up so much space. So I honestly would keep him in the lineup, but maybe that's just me being greedy and wanting to see him get the goals record off Wayne Rooney. But some predictions then. Let's finish this segment with score predictions. Andy, I'm going to come to you. What are you expecting?
2-1 England.
2-1. Okay. All right. Yeah. Nick?
I feel like I usually just take Andy's prediction and move a goal somewhere. 3-1 England.
3-1. I'm going to go 1-0 England. I just think it's going to be a lot tighter and tense, and I think the US are probably going to be more defensive and play for a draw and hope for the best. But I just think England will just get it done with that extra bit of quality that they have. But the US, as we saw against Wales, they'll work hard. They've got just a little bit of depth problems. I think that's the only thing that's really holding them back right now. A few players are rusty in key areas that haven't played a lot. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting, of course, not just in our group chat, but on the pitch as well. So